Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Michael Bay edition of the Zelda 1 Randomizer Weekly Race. This is our 4th of July special where we're doing the Consternation, but the runners will start with the Boomstick. So there's going to be explosions and nonsense everywhere. Today's featured runners are going to be a Mr. John Tabin, Mr. Random Effect, Mr. Truant Gamer, and a Mr. Thorwolf. I am Alsoa, and I am joined by CyberChow X.
This should be, despite the name Consternation, this should not be too difficult, because one of the things that's so consternating, so to speak, is that it's shapes, but book is an atlas, so by starting with the Boomstick, they're also starting with all the maps, but there is still Heart Shuffle. That can really mess with them.
It is time for the normal 5-6 item chain reaction request.
Yep.
You may not have to combat, but you still gotta find the items to go Ganon.
Yeah.
And probably more.
And now I'm really regretting deciding to just do comms this week. Seeds where I don't have to worry about combat is where I do best, because my combat sucks.
Yeah, combat in this game is hard. Like, legit. It is... Learning how to do combat in this game is a tall task in and of itself, especially when you consider all of the little nuances, like the half tiles, when the wizards will fire, the Dark Nut Bomb interaction. Combat is never free. Even with Boomstick, yes, it's, like, basically free. But there's still certain things you have to keep track of, because if you want a Dark Nut in the face, it's not going to work.
Yeah, there's that, but the fact that the wand makes explosions mean you just have to you can just shoot the wand at them from halfway across the room, or all the way across the room.
That is correct. Also notes that on enemies that are affected by the wand beam's damage will take priority over the explosion damage. So if you're using the Boomstick to kill something like a Gibdo, it's going to take damage as if it's getting hit by the wand beam, which is white sword damage, and not the explosion, which is magical sword damage. This also means killing fires with the Boomstick is really... It's sometimes tough to do. Give me 1 second, folks.
It looks like we've gotten the countdown and we're off. Starting fairly close to vanilla start. And we're already getting some route divergence. Thorwolf going north, while the rest of our runners head towards the Vanilla Wood Sword Cave, which is not packing a wood sword today, but it was packing some fairly good deals, it looked like. Or no, that's actually all three of those items are above their vanilla price, including very expensive wood arrows. So if we have Goma blocking something before we can get to the silvers, it's going to be a little expensive, and the medium secret rolled down to 27 rupees. But we do find a wood sword. Oh, yes, that was at Vanilla 1, so Thorwolf going north first means he got that before anyone, but Random not far behind.
Yeah, and the rest of the runners will get that wood sword. So Consternation is a flag set that has First Quest Overworld, Shapes Dungeons, Heart Shuffle. It's a very not predictable flag set, but it's a very standard flag set. In that there's not a whole lot, there's none of the craziness of, oh, by the way, your sprites are shuffled. Oh, by the way, important items drop. Oh, by the way, you have second quest everything. Although you might. But this is generally how the early game goes, is the runners are going to be looking for caves. Because they have the Boomstick, the sword, I think, is going to be a little bit of a lower priority than it normally would be for the runners, as they can already go ahead and just combat.
Yeah. So we're probably just going to see. In this situation, I'd just if I find a dungeon, I'd just jump right on in.
Truant Gamer is going to be our first runner to get a candle, as he had the 65 rupees when he went back to that shop. He's also going to be the last runner to get a sword, and we're hearing that Armos, the Armos item, is a heart container. Not really surprising. And there you see one of the nuances of the Dark Nuts, where if you hit them with an explosion from the front, they don't take damage.
Yeah, and we have those shuffled secrets. The early candle buy is actually kind of interesting because extra candles are on in this flag set, and the first dungeon we find is level 9.
We should go see. Wait, nope, this isn't random percent. It's going to be 8 Triforces.
Yep.
But at least Geralt knows where it is, and Truant Gamer may not be far behind if he can get himself some bombs.
Yeah.
Although, outside of Thurwolf, none of the runners really have a lot of bombs here. Although Truant Gamer just picked up a pack.
Yeah, and Random Effect did pick up one of those extra candles, and large secret rolled way down, 77, but we've got very cheap bombs, so there you go. You don't have to worry about bombs. Just find a shop, they cost a single rupee.
I think this is going to be a garbage money seed. Thurwolf finds the first take, and he now has his candle without spending 65 rupees in a poverty seed. Random Effect finds the letter.
Yeah.
Truant Gamer finds the heart that we saw earlier. And John Tabin is going to be the first runner to go to the forest area.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Random checking Candle Row gets the news that the heart container is also the white sword item. So
surprise,
there we
surprise.
go. In Heart Shuffle, we get multiple overworld hearts.
Yeah, it's not uncommon for your first like 6 items to be hearts sometimes in Heart Shuffle, just because the game's like, have 2 hearts, have 2 hearts, have 3 hearts, have a heart and a candle. That's one of the things that sometimes makes Heart Shuffle feel like you just clear every room, is until you find the floor drop, you kind of have to. Whereas if you don't have Heart Shuffle on, you don't need to necessarily do that. Although you still do for the Triforce, but you can get a compass for that.
Yeah, well, I mean, in Heart Shuffle, there are a total of 23 items in the pool, and 9 of them are hearts. So you're going to find a lot of those.
Let's also note that I believe our small secret was 8 rupees.
So triple poverty.
Hope you don't need to buy stuff this seed. Let's watch it be that there's I believe the toll rooms are in this flag set. I'm gonna double. Yeah, so there's extra toll rooms in the flag set. I'm expecting that the toll rooms are gonna be 75 rupees or 1 max bomb capacity.
That would be rough.
At least you don't gotta buy a candle-ish. All 4 runners have a candle now. Random Effect will be the first runner to buy a potion.
Yep, and we get a slight markup on the red potions, but still cheap enough that it's cheaper to buy a red than 2 blues, in addition to being faster.
We all know that the best potion price is when the red potion is 57 and the blue potion is 60.
Of course.
We find our first hint cave of the seed. I believe this is mixed hints, so there's a 50-50 chance that those hints will be helpful. And the other, if they're not helpful, they'll just be community hints that, well, are little jokes. Such as collect 100 rupees for a 1-up. That's a magical sword finding. Probably will not be picked up.
Well, you never know in Heart Shuffle. You could just stumble into a bunch of hearts. but it's not the type of thing you'd go back for. But if one of our other runners happens to not get down there, and Truant Gamer will probably be finding that soon.
So the real question is, where are the other 8 levels?
Not sure.
Well, outside of the fact that they're at Hyrule, although they might be in East Hyrule, in which case we need a raft.
Well, we've got a full first quest overworld, so at least one of them has to not be blocked by an item, because there are only 4 power bracelet spots, 2 raft spots, and 1 recorder spot.
Therwolf is buying the hints and has been told, wow, you've done it. You are likely to be eaten by a Grue. And at the power bracelet's required.
Yeah.
So that last hint was actually pretty well worth it, because now he knows he needs to look for a power bracelet. Unless there is a level under the grave, which I do not believe we've seen, because I want to say Random Effect saw it on his side, and it was a something. I think the letter.
Right.
So power bracelet is required in the seed. Thurwolf knows that, none of the other runners do yet. Now, the reason it said Fetus Strength will lead to the magic shield is normally that is where the book would be. But because the book is the Boomstick, it is available to purchase in a shop for anywhere from 180 to 220 rupees. Which I believe we've seen on somebody's side. I forget whose. And because of that, the magic shield replaces the book as a dungeon item. Also of note that the bookshop will be the rare shop, which means there will only be one of it in Hyrule, unless you do not shuffle shop items. Truant Gamer is now getting his sword.
Picking up a heart container from a Take Any. Yeah, as Truant Gamer gets his sword. And we're still looking for our first level to dive into.
Yeah, this is weird. Because we've seen quite a bit of the overworld and no levels yet. I'm starting to think they're all going to be clustered in, like, the east side of Hyrule. Random Effect buying a key.
I'm going to guess that we just have to find a single one, and that all 7 of the item blocked spots are going to have levels.
Well, here's level 8.
Level 8. And
level 8 is
a doozy.
Yeah, that's kind of a big level 8, as John Tabin finds level 4.
Okay, so we're going to have at least one item blocked spot not holding a level, but we find a heart container in level 8.
Yay! I think we found all heart containers so far. We have not seen a coast item check yet, and Thurwolf finds level 6. Alright, so the secret to levels is to request that the game give you levels, and then the game sometimes will comply. That seems to be the secret. And there goes my dryer again.
Yeah.
I'm expecting all of these levels that the runners are in to have the entirety of the hearts in the game, with the exception of the 2 on the overworld. We have synchronized up A's / deaths from Random Effect and Mr. Tabin. Truant Gamer is now in level 8. We'll see if he decides to pure let the door open. It looks like not quite yet. John Tabin will be our first runner on the board with a Triforce in level 4.
Yep. I've just been doing some room counts on these dungeons. We had a 21 room level 4, which is a little large for shapes. At level 8 is 34 rooms, and level 6, which tends to also be one of our bigger dungeons in shapes, is 29. So that's about right for a shape 6. I've seen much bigger. So that's kind of generous.
I think I'd call all of these relatively average. 4 is a little bit above average. John Taben's now an 8. We started with the wand in the book because Boomstick and we needed Michael Bay to show up today. This is kind of the July 4th-ish special. So we need fireworks, and, well, starting with a Boomstick provides fireworks.
Yeah. And Random Effects sees the Triforce in level 8, but he's going to continue searching. Oh, he had the compass anyway. And Thurwolf finds that power bracelet, which he alone knows is required.
Alright, power. As Random Effect gets the bow!
So,
man.
Bow and a heart container, and have we seen the floor item yet, Nate?
We have not, but I'm fully expecting Random and the other runners, when they get that, will just take the bow and they will bounce. There is no reason right now to dig this entire level 8 for a floor drop.
Yeah,
maybe
he's probably going to just check those last few rooms in this segment and then leave.
Yeah. There's no reason to stick around here any longer than you need to once you've gotten that bow.
And looks like Thurwolf just saw the hint for 8's location over in level 6. Yep,
my guess
there it is. Gleeok returns in the forest.
My guess is he will finish at 6. I don't think he's going to dig for the floor drop here either. I think he's going to take his power bracelet and go. John Taben has picked up his bow. Truant Gamer's about to pick up his bow. I think Thurwolf, he might take a little bit of this 6, maybe a couple rooms, but he'll probably end up leaving kind of soon here. I do think if he goes to 8 and gets both the stair items, he will not dig out the floor drop in 8, as you can get both items relatively quickly. Random Effect picks up the Triforce in 4. We'll see if he decides to go back in.
Meanwhile, John Taben picks up the Triforce in 8. So now those two both have 2 Triforces. Truant and Thurwolf still on 0, but they'll get theirs soon enough.
And it looks like Thurwolf is interested in this floor drop.
Yeah, he wants to dig this out, but he's seen it. It's a heart container. He can't get to it because it's in a Chevy room, so he's going to head back to the Triforce. Truant Gamer picks up his Triforce from level 8. He'll probably be leaving as well. Yes, he does.
I would be curious to see if any of the runners decide to dig level 4 further than that one-room Triforce.
Yep, and with that early bow, Random Effect has purchased the wood arrows.
You know, I like the purchase. Yes, to note for chat, this is a mixed hints flag set, so the hints have a 50% chance to be garbage, 50% chance to be useful. Let's see here. Well, garbage in terms of...
John Taben finds level 2, but Truant forgot that he could pirouette that door and ended up spending his only key in the entrance room.
He is going to dig level 4, though. That's important.
Yeah.
Thurwolf is going to spend all of his money on those wooden arrows. May turn into a good purchase soon here, as we now have Random Effect in level 1, John Taben in level 2. All of the levels are now just throwing themselves at us.
Yep.
And Ladder in level 1.
Very nice find. And level 2 giving a hint for level 9's location, so I know we've seen a few runners get that, but anyone who hasn't seen that yet will get that hint that it's on Death Mountain.
So this is kind of interesting. And Wand is in level 1. That is not useful to the runners as they started with it. So this is kind of an interesting situation. We have John Taben digging level 2. We have Truant Gamer level 4. We have the hint for level 1.
Yeah, yep.
Random Effect currently is in very good shape on items that he knows that he likely is going to need. He'll definitely need the bow. He's likely going to need the ladder to beat the seed. However, he does not have that crucial power bracelet, which Thurwolf has, Thorwolf just needs to make his way over to the forest, which has the cat's meow of all the dungeons.
Yeah. And we get a hint that D-Dog gazes by the Lost Hills. I wonder if that'll be our bracelet lock dungeon, as we find the white sword as the final item in level 1, right on the path to the Triforce, and now Random just has to get through this room live, and we'll just have to clear out these Stalfos to get his Triforce from level 1.
A couple of things to note. We haven't yet seen an item, I don't believe, on Truant Gamer side out of level 4. And level 2 is ladder blocked to get to the back of the dungeon. I also don't recall if we've seen any items out of that yet. It may be possible that both of our level 2 items are blocked by that ladder. Random Effects is now in level 2. The Wolf is now in level 8. It sounds like we're getting indication in chat that 2 does have a red candle, which is not bad. Thorolf is going to pick up the heart here. Druid Gamer, I don't believe, has still found any items out of level 4. Random Effects has now gotten his hint about where level 9 is, but he has seen it. He will be able to get to the back of this dungeon.
Yep. And, oh, that key that he spent is going to... He can't get over to those 3 rooms farthest to the left without another key.
Well, he may be able to pick one up here. He may also find the ending key on his path. Random Effect has skipped the Triforce room, not knowing that's what it is. But it's a bunch of blue wish robes, and nobody wants to fight blue wish robes if they don't have to.
And one more room to check before he gets key blocked.
John Tabin has picked up the Triforce out of level 2. Truant Gamer is out of the back of level 4. He will I think he just leaves here and comes back whatever he can. Thorwolf now is on, I believe, the stair room of level 8. This will take him up to that north segment. We'll see if he decides to take it or not. He does. John Tabin's now found level 1. Truant Gamer is now out of level 4. It looks, well, no, he's going to keep going.
No, he's going back in. What's,
There may be a couple rooms on the right that he hasn't checked.
It looked like his minimap showed everything but those 3 rooms. John Tabin picking up his ladder in level 1.
Random Effect is now going to go to the back of level 2, as Thorwolf has now found the transport stair that takes him to the other segment of the dungeon. Random Effect has found his compass. He is going to just go ahead and get the Triforce out of this level 2. Probably going to bounce. Oh, I see what he's doing. He's going to Truant Gamer is going to Canana key this door to get into those 3 rooms. And does find an item. Random Effect is now done with level 1. Thorwolf is making his way through level 8. John Tabin finds his wand in 1. Or rather, Random Effect's done with level 2.
Very interesting strat. And being told that the other item in level 2 was the silver arrows.
Alright, well, that's kind of important to go back for. So, if the silvers are on level 2, that means Random Effect's probably going to go back there as soon as possible.
Well, no, he's the one who picked them up there. But John Tabin, if John Tabin doesn't go back, because I'm guessing that they were probably behind the ladder block, because Random did have a ladder when he first got in there. And we found level 3 on Random Effects side.
Level 3 was at the Vanilla 2 spot, and level 4 had the raft. That could very well be required. We are still missing levels 5 and 6, although we have reason to believe... Yeah. No, we've seen level 6. Levels 5 and 7, my apologies.
Yes, well, we got a hint that level 5 was at the Lost Hills, which does not have a raft spot, but it could still be level 7. Since we have so few levels remaining, I'm going to guess that level 5 is probably at the Lost Hills push block, because we know that there is going to be a bracelet block dungeon.
Jurant Gamer has bought the arrows. Random Effect has found the Triforce in level 3. We're getting indication that the silver arrows were in the Chevy room, in which case John Tabin probably saw that and is probably going to go back there as soon as he can to level 2. Thorwolf is going to get his Triforce out of level 8 here. I don't actually think he needs to dig this last item out. If he goes to levels 1 and 2, he is going to be in Triforce and Go mode, barring a recorder block or raft block.
Yeah.
And that's really the interesting thing. Random Effect is in the best shape in terms of the combat items and what is needed to complete level 9. However, he does not yet know that that power bracelet out of level 6 is required. John Tabin picks up his Triforce out of level 1. Thorwolf has now found level 4.
Yes, Truant Gamer buys a key, and we do see
Skip the heart on the coast.
Well, he doesn't have that ladder yet.
I mean, that's a valid reason to skip the heart on the coast. He is going to check the raft spot, though. That is a door repair. That is not a level.
And Thorwolf picking up his quick Triforce in level 4. Let's see if he decides to dig back in.
Random Effect has picked up his heart and apparently got a red ring in level 3.
Yeah, and that looked like that was the our white sword item heart. We did hear that that was going to be near the desert, and it looked like he was in the middle of the screen at the time.
Thorwolf is now going to check the coast. This is not a bad idea, as this is going to lead him to the East Forest ultimately. Truant Gamer is now in the vicinities of level 1 and 2. John Tabin is also in the area. Truant Gamer is going to go ahead and buy some hints. Goma creates the power bracelet. That is an important hint.
Yeah.
That may lead him to dig out that dungeon.
Gleok works with the raft. Well, he already has that. And
John Tabin does not. John Tabin does not buy hints.
Is a community hint. So, 2 useful hints, one of which tells him something he already knew, but one of which is going to be very useful.
Truant Gamer has now found level 2.
Yeah. But, again, just like John Tabin, finding 2 before 1 is not that efficient, because you need that ladder out of 1 to get the silvers out of 2.
Right. But if the silvers are in the Chevy room, you're probably going to come back to 2 anyway. Thorwolf has found level 1. He will get his ladder and white sword out of here. Random Effect is now exploring the Lost Hills, looking for level 5. I do not know if he got the hint for Dig Dog or Gaze as part of Lost Hills, and if he did, this will clue him in that he is power bracelet blocked, and we'll need to find that. He may go back to 8 or 4 first, because he knows where those levels are. Especially 4, because it's smaller. Maybe not 8. So, has picked up his ladder. He is going to see his wand here, and probably be a little upset, and then leave. Truant Gamer is going to clear out this blue wizard room. He'll be rewarded with a Triforce, but we'll see if he decides to dig the items out further.
Oh, and I didn't even notice. Random Effect got the red ring in level 3.
That is correct. Truant Gamer has picked up his Triforce out of level 2. It will be interesting to see if Thorwolf goes for it, because he now has his ladder. He will have his white sword. He will have his silvers. I don't know if you just... I think if you're Thorwolf, you just go for the Triforces and don't even bother with the items. Thorwolf is a caliber of player that does not need the red ring, although it is immensely helpful. Random Effect has now found level 6.
Yeah.
Now, the other argument is, if you're not... You still haven't seen all the levels, you know that one of them is still very much at large and you have no idea where it is. You may gamble that, okay, I might need a recorder, I might need a raft, I might also need a recorder for a dig dogger block anyway, and 3 is relatively small. Go ahead and dig it. Random Effect may have to leave the room again to spawn all the wall masters, as the clocks can be a bit of a detriment. Thorwolf has picked up his Triforce out of level 1. John Tabin is now in level 3. he has picked up the red ring, which apparently is on the way-ish to the Triforce, so Thorwolf may get that on his way. Truant Gamer is going to soon find the ladder block. Thorwolf is now in level 2. Random Effect has found a stair in level 6. I do not recall if this was the power bracelet or not. It is not an question in chat. Yes, all power bracelets, all Triforce pieces are required to get into level 9 in this flag set. Thorwolf now gets the hint for Death Mountain is an entrance to death.
Yep.
And Truant Gamer finds one.
Well, John Tabin is going to full clear this level 3.
I think Thorwolf is going to leave this blue wizard room until later now. Truant Gamer has his ladder. No, Thorwolf is going to stick this out. He probably will take the Triforce in here. Does he look for the items, though? I think he will. Just because looking at how small 2 is, he's thinking about it. That tells me he's going to dig this. And Magic Key is the other item in level 3.
Very nice find for John Tabin. That will possibly help him. I mean, none of these runners are terribly poorly on keys. Truant Gamer with 3 has the fewest.
You can see Thorwolf hesitating a little bit on whether or not he wants to dig this because it is because it is a wizard dungeon. But he will be rewarded with silvers if he perseveres, so...
Yeah, and he has picked up the first item, that red candle.
John Tabin has picked up the Triforce out of level 3. Random Effect is digging level 6 at the moment. Gets his Triforce. Let's see if he digs level 6 for the power bracelet.
I don't think he will.
I don't think so either. And he is not.
He hasn't gotten either of the hint shops. So he doesn't know that 6 has the power bracelet, and he doesn't know that the power bracelet is required. Actually, he might, because he had been... I think he had the hint that 5 was at the Lost Hills, and has probably figured that it has to be that power bracelet spot.
Truant Gamer is back at level 2 to get his silvers. John Tabin, I believe, just bought a potion. Thorwolf has gotten his silvers. He is now going to leave level 2 as well. Thorwolf is in what we would call Schrodinger's Go mode. If Recorder and Raft are not required, which at this point, Recorder could still be required because Recorder can be in level 5. If Recorder and Raft are not required, then all Thorwolf needs to do is go to Ganon. Based on the fact that he's not buying those hints, I think he just wants his levels. He is not forgetting about First Quest level 2. That is a good thing. Random Effect is finding more shops. Nobody has found level 7 yet. I'm starting to think level 7 might also be power bracelet blocked.
And Truant Gamer does pick up his silver arrows, but John Tabin has not gone back for those silvers. I'm wondering if he hadn't seen them yet when he left level 2.
He may not have, because he was trying to do that room with just one Boomstick, and I don't think he was able to get that final enemy killed. This is a pure First Quest overworld, to answer the question in chat. Oh, and to also answer the question in chat of what was that level 9 map, Swiss cheese. Thorwolf has picked up his red ring. It is apparently literally free. Thorwolf is going to opt not to use his key here. That is a good decision, as key management is definitely a strong thing to keep in mind, especially if you are in Triforce and Go mode. He picks up his Triforce out of level 3. Truant Gamer is also on level 3. Truant Gamer will pick up his magical key here, which is good for him because he is on 1 key, and he's had the most key issues out of everyone in the seed so far.
Yeah, so he gets his key.
Random Effect is currently on the hunt for level 7. Truant Gamer did not pick up the compass, so he does not know the Triforce is nearby, in the top portion. Random Effect is now going back into level 6.
Yeah, I think he might. I think he might be under the impression that he needs an item to get to both of those remaining dungeons, and 6 being so close by, he's gonna head back there before heading back to 4 for his raft.
Or heading back to 3 for that second item, because he does not have the magical key.
True.
Thorolf is our quarter into level 5. John Tabin is currently looking for his remaining levels. Random Effect has picked up the power bracelet out of level 6.
Yeah, so John Tabin finds the hint shop, but can't afford the hints.
We do not currently know the location of level 7 yet. I do not believe we've seen a hint for Guerrilla Grumbles by the X either.
Correct. We do not have any indication.
Thorolf will pick that up when he is done with this dungeon.
Yeah.
But that is a very cheap bomb upgrade. Hopefully it is worth something. Look at this chain of stairs to get into level 5. Isn't that beautiful? You have to go through a stair to go through a stair to go through a stair. Random Effect is now going to check his power bracelet spot over by the desert. The screen is considered by the desert, and finds a potion shop. John Tabin is currently full clearing this level 3. He is now in the Triforce room. Or not John Tabin, Truant Gamer, sorry. John Tabin is currently going up to Death Orbos. Random Effect is now going to go check the Coast Power Bracelet spot. And finds a secret. Well, I was kind of close. It's 1 hard or 59 rupees for the toll rooms.
Yeah.
I do kind of think Thorolf will dig out the item here. And it looks like there is nothing over by that portion of the lake. So John Tabin probably now realizes he is item blocked. Truant Gamer may not be there just yet. He still has a couple of places left that he can go. Thorolf may have just found the item in level 5. Truant Gamer picks up another heart container. Thorolf has found
it looks like an item. It is the magic shield, as we expected. Having received that hint.
I do think Thorolf will dig out both items here. It is a small enough level combined with... he may still be thinking, I need a recorder or raft to get somewhere. He will get his compass. John Tabin is now in level 6.
Yep, and Random Effect has found his way into level 5, and can't go that way, gonna have to go around the other way.
The old men in level 5 are really on top of their game today. Like, it's actually impressive. Random Effect on 8 keys, Thorolf on 7, John Tabin and Truant Gamer on the magic key, so no worries there. There's the recorder in level 5.
Yeah, that's, you can't miss that. That's right on the way of the Triforce.
Random Effect is going to pick up the bomb upgrade before exiting 5. Actually, yeah. I don't know if Thorolf picks up the bomb upgrade here. He might be saving that money for potions or potentially keys. Because he doesn't necessarily need it.
Or even just potentially running into another mugger room.
And I believe at this point, the only Triforce Thorolf is missing is level 7.
That is correct.
Random Effect is going to get his Triforce out of 5, so it is going to be the great hunt for level 7. John Tabin is in level 6. He will I think he will look for the item in here because he probably knows he's blocked by something at this point. Thorwolf has not been up here in the northeast, so this is going to take a little bit of time. That'll be time for Random Effect to go through this level 5. They may end up in level 7 at about the same time, depending on where 7 is.
Yep. And Random Effect has to pay the heart container, having picked up that bomb upgrade and being 9 rupees short of being able to pay the toll.
Well, to be fair, he does have Red Ring and like 8 hearts, so he's gonna be fine as far as combat goes.
Of course.
Random Effect will pick up his magical shield here. Whether he takes it or not doesn't rather matter entirely. It looks like he is not going to. So Drink Gamer probably by now has figured out the secret that you need some sort of bracelet to get into at least one dungeon. I do think after Thorwolf gets done here, he will do the rest of his power bracelet spots and probably also do Recorder Lake. Random Effect about to get the bad news. You can't go that way. John Taven still exploring his way through this level 6. Drink Gamer exploring his way through the overworld. He is on the path to get to level 6, which we know is going to lead him to his next dungeon until he turned this way. He is now not on the path to level 6. He's on the path to Forgotten Spot, which I believe we've seen. John Taben has his power bracelet. Thorwolf is up at A. He is going to check these power bracelet spots.
Good call. 2 more easy power bracelet spots right near your starting location.
You know, the recorder isn't actually that useful in this seed. Like, it's useful to get to Death Mountain, but that's about it. Just because the way that this seed worked itself out, there's so many dungeons that are clustered, and then you can just take the inner road to get to Death Mountain anyway. Random Effect has picked up his recorder. He is going to get his Triforce out of level 5 shortly.
Yep.
John Taben
and
is now
Truant Gamer finds his way into level 6.
John Taben gets his heart out of 6. He will need to find the Triforce in here. Truant Gamer needs to get both the item and the Triforce. Level 7 is not power bracelet blocked. Oh man, what if it's that one raft spot? That one raft spot that nobody can currently get to but Truant Gamer.
Yeah, he only checked the one raft spot. We have not seen what is at Vanilla 4. And we're probably about to see what's at Vanilla 7.
Random Effect and Thorwolf will be getting into this dungeon about the same time. Truant Gamer and John Taben both looking for their Triforce out of level 6.
Yeah. And is it here? It is not.
The raft spot. I think it's the raft spot. So with that, Truant Gamer is the only person that is eligible right now to get into all the dungeons, except he needs the power bracelet out of level 6. And it looks like Random Effect has immediately gone back into level 4. Thorwolf may follow suit. This is turning into like
how much of his yeah, he's back into level 4 as well.
Now
They
the
both
big
are probably thinking, I just left this dungeon way too quickly. It's probably been in here all along.
yeah, which again, it's not necessarily a bad play to just bail on this dungeon if you get a one-room Triforce. John Taben has his Triforce at a level 6. Truant Gamer has the compass. Truant Gamer may have a bit of a problem. There is a non-zero possibility that Truant Gamer will be trying to get the Triforce out of here. He may leave this dungeon and go look in level 7 for the power bracelet. It looks like he is, at least at the moment, not going to do that.
No, because he was the one that saw the hint that it's in here.
That's right. That was him that got that hint. And there's the hint for getting Aggregations by the Lost Hills. It looks like Thorwolf will be the... So Thorwolf may be the first of the 2 runners that are currently in 4 to get that raft. John Taben, now with the power bracelet in hand, just needs to get the raft out of 4 to be in Triforce and Go mode. Truant Gamer, once he gets this power bracelet out of level 6 will be in Triforce and Go mode, although he does not know it yet, as he does not know the
We
location
do
of level
see
7.
the other bomb upgrade in level 6.
Both runners are looking like they're going to try to avoid spending their keys as much as they can. This is a side effect of having not having the any key. Both runners are going to kind of follow each other's footsteps, avoiding spending keys, and eventually they're going to have to just spend one to go over to that left side.
Yeah, and there's plenty of... They both have plenty of keys. 8 for random effect, 6 for Thurwolf, but you just... With Shapes 9 looming, you can go burn through keys pretty quickly, so even with that many, they're still a little afraid.
Plus, if you look at it, you're only getting a couple of rooms per key in this level, whereas you may get even more rooms in a slightly larger level. Thurwolf is now going to get his hint. Both runners are going to be at about the same rooms at the same time. Random Effect is a little bit ahead of Thurwolf at this point, just because of the way Random Effect is routed, but he's going to check these south rooms first, so this is going to be neck and neck between the two of them. And yet, even with that, Drink Gamers found his Triforce out of level 6. I do not recall if he's picked up the power bracelet out of here yet. But John Tabin and Truant Gamer both have avenues to get back in this, especially Truant, because he can just go to the dungeons and get the Triforces out of them. He does not have to do any additional searching.
And Truant Gamer's back into level 6, so I'm guessing he didn't. And I do seem to remember that the power bracelet was fairly close to the beginning of the dungeon, so he probably figured that out and decided it was faster to take the Triforce to get back to... Yeah, looking at his map, he picked up that Triforce because the only other rooms he had left to check were closer to the start of the dungeon than they were to where he was at the time.
Random Effect and Thurwolf have picked up their raft, and now they're going different ways, and this is going to give Thurwolf a little bit of a breakaway lead on Random Effect, but Truant Gamer has picked up his power bracelet now.
Yep.
He is now eligible to go into every single dungeon. He does not need to search anymore.
Yeah. And
he just needs to go where the dungeons are.
Yeah, but he doesn't know it yet, and we found that level 7.
That is linear.
Yeah, that is an interesting shape. And that is another type of dungeon that could burn through your keys, so...
Mm-hmm. And that's definitely an avenue that can make or break a race, is...
Oh, but keys, but we get the compass, and it is very close.
And a beautiful manhandling kill from Thurwolf.
Yeah, so he's about to pick up his final Triforce. And at just before the 45-minute mark, Thurwolf is all 8 Triforces and will be headed to level 9.
And Random Effect went to the right. This is going to take him on a long, wild goose chase, because neither the compass nor the Triforce are in this portion of level 7.
Oh, yeah, so that could give our other 2 runners time to... A feat of strength will lead to the recorder. Actually, that could still be something that you would...
Well, bear in mind, the recorder was literally on the way to the Triforce in 5. You could not miss it no matter what you did.
Yes, but 7 was the raft block dungeon, so it is possible that you could have gotten that hint before seeing level 5.
True.
In fact, it is entirely possible that Truant Gamer will do just that.
So Thurwolf in level 9 is going to be listening for the roar of Ganon. When he hears Ganon, he will know that Ganon is one room adjacent in a cardinal direction. Random Effect getting the hint for 7, and also seeing it's a troll staircase in 7, and the silver boomerang is in level 7. Which means, what, 2 hearts in 9?
I'm thinking that's what it means.
Either that or a heart in a book. No, wait. No, book wasn't in 5.
No.
Was book in 5?
Magic Shield was in 5, which
That's right.
is...
And that replaces the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, I think it's 2 hearts.
Yeah, the tracker is all full, so it is 2 hearts. I didn't even notice the yellow boomerang in 4, but it's not really noteworthy, so...
If you have a boomstick, you're probably not going to pick up a boomerang. Thurwolf now knows that the kidnapped is in the southeast of the skull, and this 9 is very weird. It's a very restrictive 9. For lack of a better term.
Yeah. Thurwolf just going to open that door so that it shows up on his mini-map as a place to go.
I'd imagine he's making a mental note, at least, if not a paper note, of what rooms can be stairs for him. To answer the question in chat, yes, Ganon is required in this flag set. That is not no longer there, as there was a bomb drop on the floor. And Random Effect now realizes he's got to go back the other way. And apparently we passed the Zelda room at some point.
Yeah.
I was watching one of the other runners at that point, which neither one of them has found their way into... Well, John Tabin is now in level 5. He will get his recorder here pretty soon. He may have a faster 5 than the other runners did. Random Effect now gets his compass and probably is kicking himself a little bit.
Yeah, with that any key, John Tabin does go to the left immediately.
And Thurwolf has found Ganon.
Oh, so this race could be over very soon.
Thurwolf gets the stun lock. Ganon is down. The Triforce of Power is picked up. The immediate up A heading right back to where Ganon or where Zelda is.
Yeah,
Random Effect has
and
his... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, and yeah. No, I was just going to say what you just said about Random Effect's 8th Triforce.
And as Random Effect is going to be getting into level 9, Thurwolf will be finished.
Yep, and Thurwolf is finished first on our restream and first overall with a time of 48 minutes and 53 seconds.
Please do get your GGs in chat for Thurwolf going through the seed at a blindingly fast pace. In spite of having to go back to level 4 to get that raft, having got the
power bracelet, yes, and we have Thurwolf in the booth. GG, Thurwolf.
Hey, thanks.
Also, a quick note: Drunk Gamer got his Triforce piece out of level 7. He's just looking for level 5 now.
Yep, and he sees that he decides to check that magical sword. 11 hearts, not enough.
So, Thurwolf, if you're curious, you and Random Effect were pretty much right on top of each other going into level 7 until Random Effect went right and you went left.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, I'm like, it's a smaller... And that had both Compass and Triforce, so, yeah.
Yep. And,
Dante,
yeah, just noticed that Tabin actually went to specifically look for the second items, because he doesn't have that raft, and he may be suspecting that he needs it.
So was the second hint shop worth anything? Just out of curiosity.
It would have told you where your... Actually, it was worth a lot. It told you the locations of both raft and power bracelet.
So it did have a raft hint. Okay.
It did have a hint for where the raft was. Truant Gamer was the only one who had seen it, and he was the only one that had picked up the raft his first time in level 4. Well, I mean, that it was kind of hard to not get Y-forced, but he went right back in and dug out level 4.
By the way, if you're curious, the magic key was the other item in level 3.
Yeah, I was trying to not care about items at that point. Game had other ideas, but at least 4 had.
Well, to be fair, you had a good number of keys for the whole seed, so you didn't necessarily need it.
Nah, the key situation worked out pretty okay. In the beginning, it was a little rough, but they came in and I had keys. And it was easy enough to clear rooms to get keys, so.
So we would like to know how much you appreciate Michael Bay after seeing the seed.
Explosions. Yeah, power of explosions are pretty minor.
Random effect is in the vicinity of Ganon now.
I also appreciated that the wood sword was like right next to your start screen. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. The feeling when you need the wood sword for the sole purpose of killing Ganon because Boomstick takes care of everything else. And I know, by the way, White Sword's in 1. Also, random effect is at Ganon.
Hey, Dodongos don't kill themselves with the boomstick. You gotta poke them.
I mean, you could also just avoid the Dodongo rooms.
Nah, they need to smell the smoke and explode.
Truant Gamer's picked up his Triforce out of level 5. Random Effect has picked up his Triforce out of Ganon. John Tabin's looking for his Raft to get into level 7. Random Effect has up 8. He's going to be done momentarily here.
Yep, and Random Effect has finished in 3rd place with a time of 53:04. Before that, Sidetown finished with a time of 51:24. And just 5 seconds after Random Effect finished, Homer J. Smash finished in 4th place.
Pretty tight race.
That's when you know it's good.
That's when you know the seed has you running all over the place doing everything.
It's also when you know that literally one stab can probably make a difference in a race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see if Random Effect is going to join us here momentarily. So how about that red ring in 3 that you couldn't avoid unless you really went out of your way for it?
I'm like,
Well,
well, I'm done
5?
getting items. And then it just started throwing items on the floor in front of your face when you're trying to get a Triforce. It's like, fine, game, I'll take it.
Look, we really want you to go to Olive Garden and get your breadsticks.
Yeah, this the seed had quite a few items that you couldn't miss.
We
But
also
it
might
also
have-
had a few that few required items that you had to search for.
there might also be an issue. John Tabin, I don't think, has gone back to 2 and gotten silver.
Oh no, he hasn't. Completely forgot that he did not get silvers. 2 of the runners here, I forget, were you one of the ones that got that ladder out of 1 before finding level 2? Because I know 2 of
Yeah.
you found 2 first and 2 of you found 1 first.
I found 1 first.
And Random Effect is the
And
other one
that
that
worked
was
1 first.
that was definitely the better way to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Look, this is one of the few seeds where the best way to play the seed was not to just hit the off button before you started.
Well,
Because
I'm going to
sometimes-
bounce. You guys have a good rest of your night. Thanks for doing the comms, restream, and tracking.
All right, and GG's again, Sir Thorwolf. Thank you for joining us for an interview. And
No problem.
congratulations.
Thanks. Later.
So with that, we now have Truant Gamer in level 9 looking for Ganon. And not Zelda because Zelda's right at the start. John Tabin has picked up the Raft out of level 4.
Yeah,
He does not have the silvers yet.
right. Which is why he's not just obeying, because he's going to check these last couple of rooms and will end up finding his wooden boomerang.
There is a very real possibility that John Tabin goes to 9 looking for silvers.
That is a possibility, yeah. He probably only check these last couple rooms because they're so close. Though it looks like he did miss a few other rooms, so he in that aspect it was good that he found it right there. Oh, and he's diving back into level 8? He's not
He's
even
He does not. He wants to find these silvers before he goes to level 7. Thermolf has loaded up Zelda 2. I don't know if y'all can see that, but we can see that.
Now John Tabin is back out of level 8, probably realizes I just need to find this last dungeon.
I expect he will dig 7, and he will probably go to 9.
He may not even dig 7, he may go to 9, hope that he either finds the silvers or finds a silvers to kill the beast lie elsewhere hint.
In which case, he may go back to 2 first because it's small.
Depends on if he manages to find one of the items in 7 anyway. I noticed that Random and Thurwolf both went back to 4 before 3, and I'm guessing it's because they didn't have either item out of 4, whereas they had already found one of the items in 3, which cancels out the fact that they probably had a lot less of 3 to explore. John Tabin is into level 7.
He's going to go to the left here. This will net him his compass and his Triforce. He does have the wooden arrows. That is important. Truant Gamer finds Zelda's room, but there's no Zelda in it.
Yep.
And Truant is going the long way around to get to Ganon in level 9. John Tabin is now fighting his way through level 7.
Yeah, and he is going the to the left side first, so he will get that quick Triforce.
But does he bounce and go to 9?
He's clearing out all of these. Oh, I think he wanted to check to see if this room had an item.
Could be. Generally, unless it's second quest, the stair rooms will not have items. And I believe it has to be second quest dungeons for the stair rooms to have items on the floor.
And he is heading right back in.
He wants to see if the silver arrows are here in 7. Or he wants to clear that room out and see if it's the case of that's an item room. Truant is now making his way back through 9, trying to find the Ganon. Yes, the Ganon. There's only one. John Tabin gets his compass, telling him, hey, you already got this.
And Truant Gamer does hear his roar, and is heading into the Ganon fight.
Yay for Ganon! Round 1, begin! Truant Gamer gets the stun lock. Well, a little bit of a rough stun lock. Does not get the stun lock.
As we reach the hour mark, we have had some more finishes off stream. Ryan7 finished 5th with a time of 55:46. Eat My Steel 56:53 in 6th place. 7th place, J-Wade 614 with a time of 58:40. And Amazing Toaster in 8th place with a time of 59:33.
Truant Gamer now sees where his Zelda is, and has picked up the Zelda.
Yep, and
John Tabin is back in level 2.
And Cyst Crusher finished in 9th place with a time of 1 hour 25 seconds, and then Truant Gamer finished 10th with an official time of 1 hour 57 seconds. So based on that time on his screen, either he started his timer a little late, or... And we have
Well, it
Truant
sounds
Gamer in the booth. GG.
Thank you.
It sounds like you got hit with dad percent at the end there.
I got hit with dad percent like 10 minutes in when I was over in the Dead Woods, or the Lost Woods, and I was trying to figure everything out, how to juggle it and all at the same.
Yeah.
So you were the first runner to have the raft, which turned out to be required. The big thing was you ended up finding 6 slates, which had your required power bracelet in it.
Yeah, which also I full cleared 6. Once I did that, I knew it was going to be down the order of finish.
So how about the level 7?
Yeah, trying to remember the level 7 now. I don't think it was too bad. It just
looked-
was.
Yeah,
finding
it wasn't too bad if you went left at the start. Thurwolf and Random Effect were pretty close to one another, as they both found their raft at around the same time. Thurwolf had a little bit of a lead because he went to the correct raft spot first, but then Random Effect went in basically almost right as Thurwolf was finishing it up, and he turned right. And then it wasn't so close.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was an interesting seed because there were so many items that just kind of threw themselves in your path. Recorder, red ring, white sword. I think even that ladder certainly wasn't terribly out of the way.
You had to go through the ladder room to get it in 1, and because it was level 1, you were going to clear every single room until...
Yeah, you're gonna clear
Reason.
everything anyway.
Drunk Gamer has decided to play the seed again.
I'm gonna go back to 7, and then I realized once you finish, you don't keep everything. It starts over, so never mind.
Go back to 7 real quick. Tell us how that goes. Just go to 4 and dig it out. Trust me, you know where the magic key is.
I have to say, after getting that raft, I went up to the coast raft spot, doubled back down, and I'm glad I doubled back down since 1, 2, and 3 were all right there, and they were giving everything away. And then 2, I knew to go back into 2. Something said, don't give up on those rooms. Worst case, you're going to get keys out of it. And as soon as I got up there and saw the silvers on the ground, I was like, all right, let's go. And I was starting to clear that room out, too, before I left the first time, just to see what was there. But when the 2 blue Lionels didn't want to come down, I said, forget it, I'll just come back.
I tell you what. That 2 was kind of trolly for John Tabin because he couldn't clear that last Lionel on his first trip in there, and he did not go back until he was ready to go into 9.
It was definitely designed to keep you out of it. I mean, I got that early Triforce, and I said, no, we're going back in. We're not going to play that game.
We saw Thurwolf hesitate for a couple of seconds before going back in to see if he wanted to do it or not.
And really, if it wasn't for the Boomstick, I probably wouldn't have gone back in, because it probably would have been a while that I came back even to kill those Wizrobe.
So, yeah, with the Boomstick being a thing, how much has your appreciation for Michael Bay increased or decreased after playing the seed?
I want to see how he makes a movie out of it.
John Tabin is now doing his hunt for the bacon.
Yep, and he's heading in the correct direction. And he is going to head north, so that's going to... Well, it's going to block him off before he can get too far.
Yeah, most of the runners came north first, got blocked, and then just went back down, and they found Ganon from that.
It was definitely too tough to pass up with that single corridor through.
Yeah, and John Tabin paying the heart, even though he could have afforded the rupees. I guess it doesn't really matter. And should now head... he's thinking, okay, that wall doesn't bomb, so he will head to the left, and
You'll hear Ganon if he goes...
pretty soon, yep, he will hear again as soon as he gets through this door, and he has gotten in.
And the wall opens, so he's going to go in and say, okay, cool, is this my Ganon? And then the room's going to go dark, and he's going to say, yay, it's Ganon, and then he's got to fight Ganon.
And off-stream, Kingdoll finished in 11th place, 103.52. Reigning Elementalist in 12th place with a time of 105.48. Potato Pony finished in 13th place with a time of 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 8 seconds.
And John Tabin has killed a pig.
Yep.
He has up a golden piece of cheese that's radioactive. And is now on his way to a Zelda.
Yep. And that door opens, and John Tabin is finished in 14th place with a time of 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 40 seconds. GG's.
GG's to all 4 of our on-stream runners. They have put on quite the show for us tonight. So yeah, you get the boomstick and then you just gotta go do a whole bunch of crap. And this is why the boomstick does not necessarily make a seed free. It makes the combat relatively free, but it does not make the whole seed free. Sounds like we are joined by a Mr. John Tabin in the chat. GG, sir.
Hey, thanks.
So, the first question, because this was a boomstick seed, how much has your appreciation for Michael Bay increased or decreased?
I mean, I tend to prefer editing that makes sense from shot to shot. So, but explosions are fun. But yeah, this is a fun scene, pretty easy one. The only thing that trolled me a little bit was I had a few times to reload that Chevy room just to see what was in it, and the Lionel wouldn't spawn where I could kill him. So I just figured, whatever, ladder block. If I'd gotten him dead, even without the ladder, I would have at least known where the silvers were a long time earlier. But sometimes it goes like that. I'm not even sure that cost me that much time overall. Just because I ended up needing the raft, and that was in last location 7. But I wasn't at all surprised to see Therawolf's dot done based on how the seed was going, because it was a pretty straightforward for the most part, with a couple interesting things about it, but mostly just the seed threw you. You started with the boomstick, obviously, but it threw you red ring and white sword and everything right off the bat. So fun to have a free one once in a while.
Yeah, this was definitely not a certified garbage seed. For what it's worth, the only runner on stream that was not tripped up by that raft was Truman Gamer, because he got it on his first trip through 4.
Oh yeah, interesting. Yeah, I looked at that 4 because we started with the maps, which is also interesting. I'm not sure I would have noped out a 4 as quickly if I hadn't seen what its shape was, but I knew it was like, it's long and thin, and there's a lot of stuff at the top. There might be a ladder block there. Should probably leave it for later, but if you just made the other decision, then you would find 7 a lot earlier. So
There was also a hint for Rafton 4 as well, I believe.
oh, was there? I
Yeah.
never got around to buying hints. I decided to, because the wooden arrows and the bait were really close to start, and I thought I'll just spend my money on the troll insurance now and not worry about the hints. But
Yeah. Well, I mean, Truant was the only one that found that hint, and that was after he had already picked up that raft. So that didn't really help. But there were also hints. There was a hint in that same shop that said where the power bracelet was, and then the other hint shop had a feat of strength will lead to the magic shield, so that told us that the power bracelet would be required.
But we had no idea the raft was going to be required until, oh look, it's folklore of the overworld until you get raft spots.
Yeah. And yeah, you didn't really do much of anything wrong. This was just
I'm just slow.
this is just one of the things that you really. I mean, power bracelet and raft required is not exactly the nicest thing.
Yeah, I mean, given how free the combat was, there had to be something. But
Waiting for that seed where you start with all the items and Zelda's 2 rooms in the 9.
yeah, I think Drone brute forced that seed for his any percent randomizer any percent world record, where you just walk straight in and it's like a 30-second seed. But
Yeah, I've seen that.
yeah. But thanks a lot, guys, for doing the commentary, and thanks to Speed Gaming for the restream, and thanks to Kairos for the tracking, and had a lot of fun. And let's do it again soon.
Yes, we do want to say thank you to all 4 of our on-stream runners: Starwolf, Random Effect, John Tabin, and Truant Gamer. We did have one more finish off stream. That is Dr. J, PhD, in 15th with a 1:10:07. And that is everybody that was in this race. So this race has concluded both on stream and off stream.
Yeah. It was a pretty quick seed, though. I mean, combat was free.
We don't have 15-person races done in 1:10 that often, so pretty quick seed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think with that is likely to do it for us here. Again, a huge thank you to all of our runners: Thurwolf, Random Effect, Truant Gamer, and John Tabin. A thank you to the Speed Gaming family of channels for hosting us. A thank you to Chiros1, and a thank you to my co-com CCX. Please follow all of them, as they are all wonderful people and runners of various games.
Yeah, and of course, my co-commentator also 999. Now we're probably going to throw it over to another Speed Gaming channel. What are we going to end up on?
Let's see here. I'm not actually entirely sure. I can get the schedule. I don't know if there's anything going on Speed Gaming right now.
It looks like that has wrapped it up for the Speed Gaming tonight. So maybe we're not going to be raiding one of our other networks. But so should we bring up the schedule for what's coming up on Speed Gaming?
I shall defer to you on that, as I currently do not have the schedule in front.
Neither do I.
Then probably it's best we just wish everybody a good night before we start yammering on about random nothingnesses. With that, again, big thank you to our runners, big thank you to Speed Gaming, big thank you to our tracker, Chiros, and my co-com, CCX. This has been Alsoa. I believe that's going to call it for us tonight. Everybody, please stay safe out there and enjoy the rest of your wonderful evening.
Good night, everyone.